All right, I'm sitting here with Esu, and we are at one of the clubs that we actually have held the biggest program ever with almost 130 people. So let's talk a little bit with Esu and see what where the club was before we had them out and where they are now. So Esu, welcome.
Thank you.
You can tell us a little bit more about your role at the club and also a little bit about the club, where it's located, and a little bit about the history of the club.
If we start with the history, it's one of the oldest rowing club. Most likely, I think it is the oldest rowing club in Sweden.
I think so also. Like
It's
probably top.
started 1880.
Yeah.
So it has a long history.
Yeah.
And I joined the club in 1985, and before that I was in Trollhättans Roddsällskap for some years. And I was competing for Gothenburg Rowing Club just only two seasons.
Yes.
And now I have started to I'm in the board.
Yeah.
And I do taking care of all the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it's not that much money.
Yeah.
It's some money.
Yeah. So you're the treasurer of the club here.
Yeah. The accountant.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. That's cool. Awesome. And just you can tell us a little bit more as to like what was the situation of the club before we got started with running our projects together. How was what was the situation? And obviously you said also that you were working with a man. Like how was everything looking before we got started?
The club is fairly big. We have quite big buildings, and the boathouse together with the changing room, together with the gym, and including the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Where we are right now, it's all together. It's 750 square meters.
Yeah.
Square meters.
Yeah.
So we have some quite high cost when it comes to just warming up the buildings.
Yes. Yeah.
So quite a lot of energy costs.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to be quite many rowers in order to make sure that we have enough money to pay our bills. You can say.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And last year we were definitely too few rowers in the club to make sure that we have enough money basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was tricky.
Yeah, that was the situation before that.
Yes, exactly.
And what would you say, Esu, was like the main, let's say, issue that was holding you back from bringing new members? Like, was it difficult to bring in new members? Was it, explain a little bit more. What was the reason why you couldn't bring in more people at that time? Do you remember?
I think there were several reasons for it. I think one of the reasons is that we are not too skilled in marketing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We don't we don't have any skills in marketing at all. And so it's fairly easy. And we have I think that and also like quite many rowing clubs in Sweden, we have had too few leaders.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so the situation was too few leaders and not really any good program for trying to bringing members in, basically.
Yeah, I get it. And I think that's quite common also with a lot of clubs. It's not like only something in Sweden. I think a lot of clubs, maybe they've done something in the past and they just continue to do it and they think that it's going to work now also. But like with social media and everything else happening around, like it doesn't work as well as it did for like 30 years ago.
No, true.
Okay, but tell me a little bit more. How did that situation make you and the rest of the board feel? I mean, not having like enough members here at the club, and the economy of the club maybe wasn't the best. How did that make you guys feel that were sitting at the board?
For me, since I was the accountant, I must say it was quite worrying for the future.
Yeah.
So and for the last years, it has been. I have not been to the board, but I came into the board 1.5 years ago, and since that time, in the beginning it was worrying, but later on it got much better.
Yeah.
When you came in.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about it also. But what would you say before we start with this project? What was something that you wish that you really could do with the club, but was like not really possible at that situation? Something that would have been good for the members or for the club on its own, but it wasn't possible due to the situation? What would you say?
Yeah, for me personally, I must say, since I've been competing in rowing, I wanted to have more young people into the club, and I wanted to have more rowers overall.
Yeah.
And I really would like to see that we will, in the future, will get people that competing at basically.
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to see.
So that's good. That's good. And would you say that the situation before we got started, was it something that the rest of the members could see, that they were like, oh, this club is like not doing anything, we cannot grow? Like, was it something that people noticed around here, like the other members, or was it explain a little bit more about that?
I'm not sure that everyone was really aware of the situation.
Yeah.
So it was definitely tricky with the economy, and it was not really transparent.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
so that was an issue.
Yeah, that people didn't know about it. Okay.
So that was not transparent enough.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, obviously, like some things, I'm sure that a lot of boards keep to themselves and not really talk with the rest of the members. But it's good if more people know, because then more people can help out.
Exactly. Yes.
That makes sense. All right. So now let's talk a little bit more about how you find out about us. Do you remember? It was like 1 year ago, almost exactly 1 year ago.
Yes.
Do you remember how we got in touch with you guys?
Yes, I remember that fairly well, because since I've been away from rowing for some years, and I got back basically, so I didn't really know you at the time.
Yeah.
But then there were people in the club that definitely knew you.
Yeah.
So they were saying that they were talking very good about you.
Yeah.
And they also said that you wanted to come up here and present a program for making and the purpose with the program was to recruit new members to the club. And that was actually, and that we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you felt like, oh, this sounds like a good idea. You can tell me also a little bit more, because obviously, like, we can sit here and say like everything, like this, the process was very smooth or everything clicked from the beginning. But you can tell me also a little bit more, like, was it something that you and the rest of the board felt like maybe you were scared of happening, or you were like, how is this gonna go? You can be like transparent, because obviously running a big program takes a lot of power and takes a lot of energy. Was it something that you guys were like scared of when we were about to get started?
The risks for the club was fairly small, because basically it was to to give you the boats, and you said you will take care of everything when it comes to leaders and everything, all of it.
Yeah.
So the risk was fair. The only risk that we had in mind was what will happen with the boats.
Yeah.
Will they still be able? Can we still use the boats after?
Exactly.
So that was the risk.
Exactly. Yeah. And did you or any other person in the board have any fear or doubt that this maybe is not going to work, or this is maybe not the right thing to do? Do you remember that?
I think we were a little bit that we really didn't understand what exactly what happened, because it was tricky to understand, and the way that you presented what you would do and so on. And to understand that, you said that you have tried this concept on the other club, and you were fairly confident that it will work.
So also to be for the people that are seeing this, we ran this course. It was the second course that we ran, so it was like quite in the beginning of running these programs. So I get exactly what you mean. Like you've seen one club run it, and then you are like, oh, is this going to work for us? But then you trusted us. And the thing that Esu said that they didn't take any risks is because you didn't pay us anything. We like finance the ads, all the marketing material that we do that ourselves. And then the club didn't need to pay us anything during this process. And then how it works is that we take the money that the course brings in, and then everything after that we leave it to the club. My last question here was, what made you say yes anyways? Because obviously when you work with someone that you haven't done before, there is always some kind of like risk or doubt about things working well. What made you say yes?
No, but definitely we saw that we can't continue as we have done. So
Yeah.
it was worth trying a new way, basically, a
Yeah.
new, fresh way.
Yeah.
And you were quite energetic when you are still energetic, but and so it was a new, fresh way. And I also talked to some other persons.
Yeah, yeah.
In Jönköping.
Yes, exactly. So the club that we ran previously. Yeah.
And they just confirmed that it was a really good fresh start for them, and that was at least what I needed. So.
Okay, that's awesome. So as of now, let's talk a little bit more about the results. Let's talk a little bit more about what has happened in the club since that program. And I can also say to you guys watching this that we didn't only run this program once, we actually ran it the year after, this year also, this summer. So we've done it 2 times now. But so you can say whatever you want, either after the first time or after these 2 times. What results have you seen? How many active members are you now? How does it look on the money side from these members, and whatever you want to bring up, the coaches?
When it comes to, we can say that we were about 10 guys altogether that was rowing here 1 year ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And now we are 85 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's plus 75.
Yeah.
That's really, really good.
Yeah.
And that is also good for the finance, the financing the club.
Yeah. So you said now, Enzo, that you are 85 active members, and obviously you got in some money from them also. What have you done with this new money that have came in with these new members?
To start with, we have paid coaches, which we haven't had before.
Yeah.
And that is, I think, in this society where we are today, it's definitely needed.
Yeah, yeah.
And we also have some money left, and with this money we will invest in boats and also in the buildings that we have.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. And you have had a lot of coaches here helping out. My question here is because I think something that some clubs think that running a program big as this, and especially you are now currently holding the record for the biggest program with 130 people. Tell us a little bit more about how much work was it actually for the board taking care of this program and these new members, so the people watching these other clubs can also like get understanding.
For the board, it was easy. It was basically just to make a decision to, and after you have presented the concept, it was to say yes or no, and we said yes.
Yeah.
And after that, we were not that much involved at all, because you took care of everything. You took care of the making sure that there were coaches in place for the rowers and so on.
Yeah.
And so for the board, basically nothing.
That's good. I think that's something that a lot of boards, and to be fair, like I'm with you on that, because like you are on a board, you are there just helping out. You obviously have another work, so you don't want this to be like your second job. So that's something that we really try to work with, so the board doesn't get like a ton of new job just because we are bringing in new members. So we try to take care most of it, administration, marketing, the coaches, and all that stuff. So that's good to hear from you, Esso. And what would you say now after running these projects for 2 times now, for both last year and this year? What are things that you are able to do that you weren't able to do before we brought in all these new members?
To start with, it takes a lot of efforts to take care of this club, since its buildings are quite big and so on. So we have groups in the club. We have, for instance, one group taking care of the buildings, one group taking care of the boats, and different groups. We have one marketing and communication group.
That's really
so it's looking much more positive.
Yeah.
It's looking positive compared to previous, where
Yeah,
was
it was,
basically looking negative.
yeah. That's
So-
really good. Yeah.
A lot of things has happened.
Yeah. And also, a thing here to add. So, a lot of clubs, when we talk with them, they are a little bit afraid, like, oh, we're going to bring in new people. They are not going to be willing to help out the club. What have been your experience with these new people? Have they actually support the club, and do they want the club to grow, or are they just here to train? What would you say?
No, of course there are different persons, but most of them,
Yeah.
and basically all of them, they are very interested in helping out the club and
Yeah.
also doing their best and to make sure that things will improve when it comes to rowing, training, taking care of the buildings and so on and so on.
Yeah.
So, very, strong and good people and eager to help,
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, that's amazing. And last time I was here, it was almost 3 months when the second program ended, and I can see actually that a lot of stuff is changing with this club towards better stuff. The things that you said with the groups, I can see that stuff look more organized on the boathouse. So it's really nice that you have been able to like not only get these members feel like this is their new home, but also get them involved into different activities in the club. So that's really good, and I think that's also something that you have worked a lot from your side. Now, last thing here, Esu, what would you say to other clubs that maybe are watching this or maybe somehow heard about us and they feel they are maybe not sure if this is the right move, or they are skeptical if this is too good to be true? What would you say about to them? What do you say to those clubs?
If you want to grow the membership, the Bröderna Rape is definitely a very good opportunity for you.
Yeah.
If you don't want that, just say no.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a good way of putting it together. If you want to grow your club, then this is absolute the right thing to do. If you want to keep the club little with your few members, you can do that also. And once again, Esu, thank you so much. Thank you for having us here 2 times. It has been really fun. And now to all the clubs watching this, if you guys want to do something similar, if you want to run one of these projects, I'm going to link a link below. Or if you are watching this at the website, you can just press on the apply now and see if you apply for one of these programs, and then we'll get in touch with you soon. Have a nice day.